Remember that back in my first AJ Plus response video, I said that there are 4 parts to this series of immigration apologism that AJ Plus engages in? Well, I would have got to part 3 sooner, except I had a business trip over the weekend that I was going to, and I had to prep for that Tuesday and Wednesday, so sorry that I didn't get to respond to this video a lot sooner. Plus, I was working on that Kyle Kulinski is a hypocritical coward video that I just posted. But enough chit chat. Let's get right into this crap, shall we?
We're seeing the deportation happen right now. These guys just got off the bus. They're handcuffed from their hands and their wrists. The officers are removing those shackles, putting them back on the bus, and then they'll cross over to Mexico.
But what happens after deportation? We've reported on the arrests of undocumented immigrants and what it's like to visit your loved ones in detention.
Yes, and have failed horribly at it.
But not much is known about what takes place after someone is sent back to the country where they were born. We cross the border to find out what life looks like in Mexico for those who've just been deported.
These guys just got off the bus. They were deported today. You can see they have their stuff in their hands, and we want to see if we can talk to him.
No logré llegar. Cuando iba cruzando ilegalmente, me agarró la migración y estuve 2 meses y medio prisionero. Y ahorita me acaban de deportar.
The Americans wouldn't let me invade into the country illegally without their permission. Wah! Wah! Seriously, I would like to be nice to all these people who are giving their personal stories, but seriously, some of them are just coming off as straight up scumbags. I mean, what the heck did this guy expect? For if he is caught in the middle of committing a crime, if he is in the middle of immigrating into a country illegally, what do you expect, bro? Do you expect him to just welcome you, let you waltz in without check, without background check, without anything at all? Oh, hey, you came into our country illegally? Here, come on in. Would you also like a beer? How about a burger? A full meal, perhaps? How about I give you a ride to your new house that we have provided you? Ridiculousness. Totally, utterly stupid.
¿Qué vas a hacer ahora?
Ahora me voy a regresar a mi lugar de origen, a mi calle.
As you should, guy.
Those with money hop on buses or in cabs. Others are taken to shelters and government vans to get meals and services.
That doesn't sound bad at all.
The first stop for many seeking help is the Kino Border Initiative.
So we offer here 2 meals a day, clothing, pastoral support, and a variety of services thanks to other nonprofit organizations in the area.
I'm a little confused. Is AJ Plus trying to make the case against or for deportation? Because by what they're showing us right here, deportation doesn't sound all that bad.
Can you give me an idea of who comes here? Who are the people that need these services?
The majority have just crossed the desert. We also see people who've been, and this has been increasing, people who've been living in the United States without documents for many years, maybe 25, 30 years, perhaps longer. And so they're really from the United States. For them, I'd say for many, Mexico is really a foreign country, and it's a very disorienting and traumatic experience for them.
Very disorienting and traumatic experience, even though they are fed, sheltered, and clothed. Like, seriously, this all doesn't sound bad at all, especially for treating a criminal.
Myra had been living in the U.S. for 30 years. She chose to be deported.
She chose to be deported. Again, it seems like that you're making the case for deportation, not against it, AJ+.
She chose to be deported after her epileptic seizures weren't properly treated in Eloy Detention Center.
Again with Eloy Detention Center. And like I said in my last AJ Plus response video, I will say it again in this video, I am against detaining the illegal immigrants for such a long time. And in fact, she shouldn't even have the choice to be deported. She should just straight up have her ass deported out.
What was the crime that you committed?
Being in the country illegally.
I was raped. I took the knife that he was assaulting me with. I defended myself. I cut him. And because the assault happened at his home, where his family was in other rooms, and they all testified against me, I went to jail.
And that sounds pretty messed up. You were self-defending. And that is all in your right there. And if you listen to the story in of itself, it sounds pretty messed up. But how does this make a case against deportation? And how does it make a defense for illegal immigration?
While on probation, Myra was turned over to ICE for an expired green card.
And before anyone throws a fit at me for supposedly ignoring the fact that she came in legally, but it's just her green card expired, well, guess what? Overstaying your welcome via an expired visa is just as much of a crime as illegally immigrating.
She's now in a country she hasn't seen since she was 12.
Now don't get me wrong, I know that immigrating and becoming a citizen of the United States is not a short process, but what is up with the long period of time? Now, for crying out loud, it shouldn't take, say, 24 to 30 years for a person to become a citizen officially. Like, what's up with that?
Deportations are expected to rise under President Trump.
Well, good. That means more cracking down on the crime of illegal immigration.
Recently deported men who need a place to sleep are taken by the government to this neighborhood. Here at the Juan Bosco shelter, Gilda Lorero and her husband Juan have been feeding and housing deportees since 1982.
Again, AJ+, are you trying to make the case against or for deportation? Because I think what you're trying to do is make the case against deportation, but your words are coming out as a case for deportation, almost seemingly. Because the way that you're presenting out deportation, you're making it seem like a permanent vacation where you're provided food and shelter and other necessities by the government.
On this night, we watched two different groups of men dropped off. Those who'd been held in U.S. detention and those who'd been caught trying to cross the border.
Yes, AJ. If we catch them in the act of the crime, we will act upon it and stop them and ultimately punish them for it. That is how you treat a crime.
Jose was a permanent resident who'd lived in the U.S. for 39 years. He was caught for drug possession and chose to be deported rather than remain in detention.
Why would you do that, bro, if you're still in the process of becoming a citizen? See, that is what I don't get about AJ+ here. They present all these anecdotal stories in order to tug on people's heartstrings. But I honestly cannot feel pity for this guy right here. He was in the process of becoming a citizen, and yet he intentionally commits a crime. Why would he do that? I mean, it's his own fault that he's getting deported. He knows that if he was to commit a crime like drug possession, I mean, drug legalization aside, that issue aside, he knows that it is a crime, and that if he commits it, he puts himself in the position of most likely getting deported. Why would you do something like that? And for that, I don't feel pity for this guy, Jose.
I mean, I knew I was messing up, but I didn't think I was messing up to the point where I was going to get deported like this.
There is more to this video, but I'm not going to respond to the rest of it, otherwise my video is just going to get repetitive, and I'm trying to keep my videos as short as possible. I'll provide a link down below for you guys to see the whole video yourself if you really want to. But my last statement to AJ+ and all the illegal immigration apologists and open border liberals out there: if you really want to make a case against deportation, do a better job than this. Hey guys, if you liked the video, smash that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe. If you want to see me respond to a specific video or article, comment down below with a link to the said article or video, and I might consider responding to it. Thanks for watching the video, and God bless.